welcome. I'm Lisa Colasurda with some not-to-be-missed procedures for cooking boneless chicken breast. Chicken breast is enjoyed in many parts of the world, especially across dinner tables in America. But in spite of its popularity, we've all tasted dry or overcooked chicken. It is my pleasure today to share some tips and techniques with you that will ensure tender and juicy chicken every time. As you learn these basic principles, you will be able to build on what you've learned and create your own recipes, because in the end, you want to learn how to cook, not just how to read a recipe. We want you to be motivated in the kitchen and enjoy yourself. If you need a little extra boost, why not bring some life into your kitchen? A plant, perhaps some flowers, some soft music, maybe some rock to get you rolling, maybe a little aromatherapy. Whatever it takes, you want to really enjoy your time in the kitchen. Make it fun. It's a great place to be. If you think about all the healthy food that you're providing for yourself and your loved ones, it'll really be close to your heart, and you'll just really enjoy your time in the kitchen even more. We can't talk about chicken without mentioning safety. And when I'm talking about safe chicken, I'm talking about organic, preferably USDA organic with a seal on it. This chicken ensures that you are not receiving any antibiotics or other medications or vaccines in your meat. These chickens are free range, they're fed when they're hungry, they're not force fed, they're on an organic diet. So nothing that they're eating gets passed on to you, nothing that you would not want to have in your system, like extra antibiotics or vaccines. The label hormone-free chicken is a little misleading. Right now, it is actually not legal to put any hormones in chicken, so if the manufacturer is boasting that they are selling hormone-free chicken, they're really just following the law, so be aware of that as well. Where do you find USDA organic chicken? Most grocers are carrying this right now, and if they're not, you can certainly make a request, but another great place to look is at your local farmer. Poultry producers in the area, you can do a search for this. You'd be surprised what might be right in your own backyard. And a lot of these farmers are practicing humane principles, and if you speak to them, they'll show you around your farm. They'll be happy to let you see what's going on, and in many cases, they're just as concerned about health as you are. So don't forget to check out your local farmer, and it's also great to support local businesses as well. You can check out your health food store in the freezer section. Many times you can find organic chicken right in your freezer section. If you cannot find organic, or you're not able to afford it right now, get the best chicken that your money can buy. Antibiotic-free would be another choice, but USDA organic is really the best thing that you can eat for yourself. Also, organic chicken is higher in vitamins, and you're going to get some omega-3s in there as well. So now let's turn our attention to when we're actually preparing our chicken. A lot of this information I know you are already familiar with, but we're going to go over it anyway, just in case. When you're using a cutting board for meat, you want to pick something that's designated only for meat. I like to color code mine. I always choose red for meat. There is a lot of bacteria in meat, especially chicken. There's that risk of salmonella, and you certainly want to keep this contained on one board. And also, plastic is a good choice so that you can put it right in the dishwasher. A wooden board is nice for vegetables, and it's more environmentally friendly, but you really cannot get the bacteria off like you can by putting this in the dishwasher. Another thing I like to do when I'm preparing chicken, if I'm going to be pounding it, is I like to put it in a freezer Ziploc bag. And the reason for this is that you contain all of the chicken juices in the bag, and if you're going to be pounding it, it stays right in there, and there's just a lot less risk for cross-contamination. Again, we don't want to be crowding plastics in all the landfills. What you can do with this is you can turn it inside out, soak it in some hot soapy water, and then turn it inside out and let it dry, and you can reuse it as well. I like to use a meat thermometer when I'm preparing chicken. It gives me an idea of when it's done, and I won't risk overcooking it, and you certainly don't want to cook it underdone. But I think one of the reasons why so much of the chicken that we have is overcooked is because we're really not understanding when it's finished, and I'm not a mind reader, so I like to go by a meat thermometer. A lot of professional chefs will go by feel, actually touching the chicken. They don't want to pierce the skin. Well, I've been pricking and sticking chicken for many years, and it comes out fine. I don't really notice any reduction in the juices, so this works for me. Another question is, should we be rinsing chicken? And the answer for me is, after doing enough research from trusted sources, is no. All of the bacteria that is on the chicken will be eliminated when it's cooked. It will all die off. And rinsing the chicken actually spreads the contamination as you're splashing and the water goes everywhere. Now you're going to have more of a cleanup than if you just took it from the package and just cooked it. If you would like to rinse it, that's your preference, that's perfectly fine. Make sure it's nice and dry. And also you want to use a strong cleaner, but you want really a green cleaner that will kill germs, because you do not want to be breathing in any chemicals. So that about wraps up everything we need to know about handling chicken safely. And now we're going to turn our attention to the most efficient pan to use when sauteing and searing chicken.